Morning YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. So right now the time is approximately 8:20 a.m. and the current date is Sunday, October 15th, 2017. Today is the last day of the Spirit of the Bear workshop, co-created and in collaboration with Pod NYC and Bear Your Soul, and indirectly Easton Mountain, since Bear Your Soul debuted at Easton Mountain in Greenwich, New York. I'm wide awake now. I just finished taking a shower and I feel very refreshed. Although I woke up super early. I mean, I woke up at least half an hour to an hour before my earliest alarm. So I have a feeling that I'll be taking at least one nap on the bus ride back home. But in the meantime, I wanted to just let you know that this has been just amazing. I really have enjoyed participating in the Spirit of a Bear program. It's actually a collection of workshops. The bulk of them were yesterday. There were 5 workshops. And it was funny because somebody had asked me, are you participating in all of them? And I was like, of course. You know, I've been to only one Bear Your Soul at Easton Mountain, and I enjoyed it very much. And I look forward to participating in that that program again. And I also attended 3 years of a pagan festival called it's called Between the Worlds. Now there are 2 pagan festivals called Between the Worlds. One is for men who love men, meaning gay men, bisexual men, transgendered men, as in female to male transgendered men. And that one takes place in Ohio, in the Athens, Ohio region. And there's another one called Between the Worlds. And the one of the principal co-creators of that workshop is named Ivo Dominguez Jr. So there are 2 different Between the Worlds pagan festivals, but the one that takes place in Ohio usually takes place in September, and is it's exclusively for men who love men. And it's interesting because although I haven't been there 3 years in a row, the last time that I was there was 2011, if I remember correctly. So I went for the first time in 2005, and then 2006, and then 2011. So I'm not a stranger to programs like this, but one of the challenges that I had when I participated in Between the Worlds in Ohio, and when I had participated in Bear Your Soul this past January 2017, was that there are so many great workshops. It's like, okay, I can't, the scientists that are responsible for cloning people that look like people have never returned my phone calls or replied to my email. So, hey, dems the breaks, But I know that because there were only 5 workshops yesterday, and there are only 2 today, participating in all of them is extremely easy. And I must admit I'm enjoying the fact that there have only been 8 if you include the meet and greet on Friday night. So I'm happy that I'm able to participate in all of them. And, but I will acknowledge that I have an attachment to eating. And the food at Rainbow Mountain Resort is fantastic. They actually have a name for the restaurant. It's called the Bistro now. The new owners took over a few months ago. Had no idea. Because the last few times that I came here, Rich and his life partner Ray were the co-owners. So I already met Dominic, who's one of the owners, and I know that he has a life partner, but I don't know Dominic's life partner's name, and I don't know if I've met him yet or seen him on the grounds. But I've definitely met Dominic. Dominic is a nice guy. He looks like he's on the ball. I know that there are changes that have already taken place in the restaurant. in the lobby. And I love the fact that they kept the staff from the previous owners. I love that. Although there are some people that are new to me. Like last night, one of our servers, I'd never met her before. So to me, she's new. I mean, she could be here for, a year, and she's still new to me. In the meantime, what I wanted to do was pull, and I normally don't do this on camera, but I wanted to, just for this particular workshop, Spirit of the Bear, I have been working with a specific tarot deck and a specific divination deck, but strictly for daily draws. The tarot deck is called the Gay Tarot. It was created by Lee Burston and illustrated by Antonella Platano. I have every deck that she's illustrated. I love her tarot decks. I love her graphic novel art style. And she's illustrated the Witchy Tarot, which is now called the Teen Witch Tarot. Wow, cards are dropping already. All right. I'm going to go with the bottommost card of the pile that fell on top of my left foot. Left side of the body is the receiving side. But I'm going to finish what I was saying now. Let's see. The Gay Tarot, the Witchy Tarot, which now is called the Teen Witch Tarot. The Tarot of 78 Doors. I think Two Spirit would love that one. The Universal Goddess Tarot. And the Wheel of the Year Tarot. Like I said, her graphic novel style is just exquisite, and I love her artwork, and I love the media that she uses. I actually don't know offhand, or don't remember offhand, what media she uses. I know that Mary Hanson Roberts favors colored pencils, and I know that Shiro Marchetti, who created, among others, The Legacy of the Divine Tarot and the Gilded Tarot, he favors a combination of, I forgot what kind of oils, as well as computer graphics. So he uses a combination of old school and new school media, artistic media. So the card that I pulled yesterday, and I'm going to show you the Oracle card deck that I'm working with just for this workshop, and it is Earth Magic Oracle Cards by Stephen D. Farmer, who is Doreen Virtue's ex-husband number 3. And interestingly enough, Doreen Virtue is Stephen D. Farmer's ex-wife number 3. So, that's interesting. So, yeah. Anyway, so the card that I pulled yesterday was the Two of Swords. And what I got from that was that one of the best things to focus on for yesterday was strengthening the partnership I have with myself. And certainly I learned a lot about myself, and I feel more connected to myself today than yesterday. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Okay, I like that better. So, this card is going, and the other card is going to answer, what do I need to know right now? No, it's what do I need to know today? What do I need to know today? Isn't this funny? Yesterday I pulled the Two of Swords. Today I pull the Ace of Swords. And it's so funny because, Ace of Swords I have come to know as Archangel Michael's Sword of Divine Truth. And in many books about angels, Archangel Michael's sacred day of the week is today, Sunday. So, yes, and I do associate the sun sign Libra, and right now the sun is in Libra, with Archangel Michael. I associate Aries and Libra and Sagittarius with him, and sometimes Leo as well. But primarily I associate Aries, Libra, and Sagittarius with him. So what do I need to focus on today? I need to focus on remembering my power. I need to focus on integrating the changes that are taking place in my life, especially during this autumn tide, and integrating new changes into my life and initiating new changes in my life. Okay. So, now the card that I pulled yesterday is called Ceremony, Invocation. So for me, that card was what I need to focus on yesterday is being more authentic in my spirituality and being more present to my magic. And believe me, that certainly was a manifested focus yesterday. So what do I need to focus on today? What do I need to focus on today? And this is like sticking to my hand. Okay. And it is, Shaman, Ancient Healing Wisdom. And it's so funny because one of the co-facilitators of some of the workshops is a shaman. And he and I had a great time last night, just talking and listening and connecting and reconnecting and just having just a great time. And it's funny because I've known him for 2 years, 3 years, something like that. And we deepened our friendship last night. It was just like, wow, you're just so cool. You know, I have this like mutual admiration society with him that's just even more rich and even more beautiful and even more fun. And you know, there definitely is, you know, just so much that he brings as the spirit comes upon me, that he brings to the mix. Oh, I'm running behind schedule. Yeah, so so for me, this is about connecting to the spirits of the land and paying close attention to my ancestors. You know, I don't do enough to acknowledge my ancestors. I don't do enough to work with them. And I think that needs to be more of a focus. I really feel like now more than ever I need to really deepen my connection to my ancestors. I gotta admit, I keep looking at myself in the webcam. I'm like, I am just so gorgeous. Like, ooh. I mean, really, I'm like looking at myself. I'm like, damn, you fine, baby. But that's not the focus of this video. And I just needed to acknowledge that because I'm like, wow, I look so fierce. No, seriously, I feel more beautiful. And, you know, a lot of men have this thing about, you know, being called beautiful or thinking of themselves as beautiful. I don't usually refer to men as beautiful. And it's not even a macho thing. It's, for me, it's like, you know, for me to call another man beautiful, there has to be something so amazing about his energy. For me, it's not even physical. I mean, yes, there are men that I find physically attractive, and there are men that are very physically attractive. But for me to call another man beautiful, there has to be something. There has to be like that energy, you know. That energy has to be on a whole like different level, like an nth level thing, for me to call another man beautiful. And I can honestly say that I have been in the presence of so many beautiful men these last 2 days, and I'm one of them, you know. And I love how beautiful I am. I love, you know, that's one of the reasons why I love workshops like this, because, you know, they really help. They really do make a difference. And reconnecting to my money magic and my prosperity magic, I attracted and manifested all the money miracles needed and necessary to be able to participate in this series of work. I mean, it wasn't that expensive. It was just a matter of, you know, having the money for transportation and having the money for food and having the money for, you know, accommodations. You know, and I'm not talking about exorbitant amounts of money. I'm not talking about, you know, thousands upon thousands of dollars. But I'm talking about monies that I didn't have up until literally 2 weeks ago. Well, actually 2 to 3 weeks ago. Let's put it that way. So the fact that I was able to manifest everything easily, and not easily, because I needed to like get back into a state of prosperity consciousness, and I had been outside. I had been away from that state of prosperity consciousness, and it showed in my life. Believe me, it showed in my life. And now that I'm back in that state of prosperity consciousness, there is this greater level of ease, and it's interesting because, I've found it frustrating that more people weren't scheduling appointments with me. And I'm over that. You know what? I'm just over that, because the fact of the matter is I'm a badass professional psychic. And I think that I had forgotten my angel prayer. And that angel prayer is like, okay, well, angels, if there's anybody who would receive divine blessings from my psychic services, divinely guide them to contact me now. And angels, I ask that you provide them with everything they need to avail themselves of my psychic services, including but not limited to money, time, transportation, childcare, anything else they need to avail themselves of my psychic services. And here's the interesting thing. Number one, I have been manifesting more money miracles, and so many beautiful and unexpected money miracles. And number two, I'm remembering that if people aren't contacting me to schedule readings or schedule other psychic services with me, it's either one of two reasons. Either A, they're not going to receive divine blessings from my psychic services, or B, they're ignoring their divine guidance. And neither situation is an issue. I mean, it really isn't an issue, and right now I know that it's not an issue. I mean, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, I might reconnect with that stuff, that gunk, and then I'll be like, okay, I need to get over this gunk again. It's an ongoing process. But for right now, it's like I am provided for in every way. And I love remembering that. I love remembering that the goddess is not abandoning me, that she is not forsaking me, that she is providing for me every step of the way. And yeah, that's a really cool thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I just looked at the time, and now I'm really behind schedule. And I'm going to conclude this video. And thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. And I have a new YouTube channel subscriber. Oh. Yes. Le Oracle, a.k.a. Ruby Romans. I hope I'm pronouncing the last name correctly. She is my newest YouTube channel subscriber. Welcome, and thank you. And to all of you watching, whether you have not subscribed, whether you've already subscribed, whether you have been subscribed for however long you've been a subscriber, may the universe bless you and yours with peace, health, and plenty. Today, tomorrow, this week, and always. And with that, I must also add, this might be the last video until I get back home. I'm not sure. It might be. We'll see what happens. But thank you, YouTube. And may the divine great mystery bless you with the beauty of this day.